Hello and welcome, I'm JD, and here is a preview for what is coming in the October minor patch. And so posted on the official Discord this morning or late last night, depending on your time zones, is that we get a preview of the new battle report format. It looks like it'll only be accessible if you stay to the very end of the battle. If you leave early, you're not going to see that. And how it functions, we may not necessarily know. You can see that off to the right-hand side, and this is a video, so we'll go through it in a little bit. You've got your friendly forces, your enemy forces. I imagine that this will be scrollable. So that's sort of where your old battle report previously existed. And then you've got, by the looks of it, if you click on your ship or maybe even the enemy ship, then you're going to have this detailed report here. So you can see up the top, not only do you get your name, but it'll have a combat power. So however that is calculated, how far you've gone within the game, damage dealt, repaired, your combat load expended, so it looks like that could be missiles and guns, and then how long you've been in contact for. Then it'll give you a rating, whatever the parameters are for that, yet to be determined. I'll try and get that information, but you'll get an overall efficiency rating. So here you can see the enemy ships engaged, which ships did you engage, what was the last track number that they had, so TN is track number, and then whether it was destroyed, so that's like the last time you've seen it. So track 3332, the last time this ship saw it, it was destroyed. And then likewise the rest of these tracks here. And so then you can see, based on the area breakdown, Antiship Warfare, that not only will you have the type of weapon, so here you can see it's the Mark 68. Did we fire the 450mm shells or the HE shells from it? And so here it shows that we've expended no AP. And then on the right, it shows you that we expended 13% with an accuracy of 93% and potential and actual damage. So now you'll be able to tweak your ammunition counts and loads based on how much of the ammunition you are using across maybe multiple games. And then if you should have actually brought more because you're expending it too quickly. Missile Warfare will have its own overall breakdown by missile type. So imagine the more missiles you have, the more of these you'll see. And then again, expended, actual damage, potential damage, and then how many you've carried as well. And you've got all your breakdown by sensors, time to identify your first track for that ship, how many tracks that ship identified at once. And then you've got your track time, stealth efficiency, as well as a number of sensor MCONs. How well your point defense does, this is always a very important one, especially in the current meta where there is a little bit of spam going on. And when I say a bit of spam, there is still looks like there is a lot of spam. So you can tweak each of these. Is it worth bringing decoys? Do they actually seduce different threats, as well as your various different types of anti-missile missiles, and then each of your various different types of point defense options. So it really starts to break these down in massive amounts of detail. And then your engineering, so everything to do with your hull. Here you've got your maximum output in terms of power, how much power you're drawing at once. Currently, you can't really see how much power you really need at any one time, other than what you initially get on the screen. So it's always good to know, are you using how much power you're actually going to be drawing, and then you might potentially from this you can identify it. Look, you could probably drop that power output down a little bit. Time spent immobilized, your average thruster condition, so all your thrusters and your main engines, all your different components, and for your damage control teams. I think this is going to be an absolute excellent option. There are a few other things that we see on the screen here. You've also got a after game lobby, so that if you make it to the very end and you don't disconnect early, it sounds like you'll be able to speak with your team as well as the enemy team. You've got the potential option to rehost a game. Now that one's grayed out. I don't know if that one will necessarily make it the first go round, if it'll actually launch with the October minor patch, or if it's simply something there that we'll see further down the line. We've got export battle report, which I think will be really cool. I wonder if what format that'll come out, probably XML, so you'll read it in a notepad, but to be determined, and then taking you back to the main menu. So that's just a quick preview of what is coming in the minor patch. We'll have a further breakdown, as always, during the actual update, once the patch has been released, or near after the patch has been released. And until then, just enjoy. Thanks for watching and take care.